Hi, my name is Shawna Dempsey, and I'm one of two co-executive directors at MAWA, which is Mentoring Artists for Women's Art. I'm happy coming to work every day at MAWA. I work with fantastic people. I work within a great community. We've got a really engaged membership of 350 people who all don't have any hesitation about calling me up and telling me what they think about our programming, good and bad. But that keeps us connected, it keeps us honest, and it keeps us relevant. It's a really exciting place to be. MAWA does a lot of art education programming. Some of it is for women visual artists, and some of it is for people of all genders. We really want to engage people in the visual arts, to further dialogue about the visual arts, and also criticality around the visual arts. So we've got a wide range of programs. Many of them are mentorships, as per our name. We also have the cross-cultural craft program. We have many groups that meet regularly at MAWA with different focuses. We do exhibitions, such as the big resilience exhibit that just happened this summer. And we host professional practices workshops to help artists professionalize what they do, to give them the skills to be professional in their field. And we do that in collaboration with Creative Manitoba. I'm also a visual artist, so I have a real deep investment in the work we do here at MAWA. I believe in the power of the arts. I believe the arts can change the world. I believe in the power of women. I believe in the importance of working for equality and justice for all people. And that's part of what MAWA does through the arts. And as someone who is queer, who is female identified, I know all of the barriers that society can present to one. And I know that one of the ways we can break down those barriers and open hearts and open minds is through art. Resilience was an exhibition of the works by 50 Indigenous women artists on billboards from coast to coast throughout Canada. MAWA advocates on behalf of women-identified artists. MAWA advocates on behalf of all artists. And one of the ways we wanted to do that was by getting the work of Indigenous women artists out in front of the public. Now is a time when many Canadians are engaged with ideas of reconciliation, when many of us are struggling with the tragedy of missing and murdered Indigenous women. And we felt that by positioning Indigenous women artists as powerful, as creators, as positive forces in the community, we would change the narrative, especially by putting these billboards in places where so many women have disappeared, in inner cities and on highways. So we're going to be having a members show here at MAWA. This is something we do every year, and it's an opportunity for every MAWA member of any gender to show their artwork here in this space and to sell the artwork if they so desire, and they get to keep 100% of that sale price. It becomes a real community portrait. Yeah, the opening is always crazy. We always get over 100 people to the opening, and the closing is particularly exciting because it's at Nuit Blanche. So some years we've had over 200 people for the closing, and you could barely move. And it's exciting for me because people are clamoring to see art. People are squeezing their way through our doors to see art. And they spill out onto Main Street, changing the streetscape, creating a different vibe in the city that's positive, that's creative, and that's engaged with art and ideas. Yeah, MAWA has worked with Creative Manitoba for a long time in actually many different ways. This year we had a new staff member, Adriana, who took a course through Creative Manitoba that was really important to her growing into her role at Manitoba. Learning about creative collaborations in the arts, about working with diverse communities, and Adriana manages the cross-cultural craft program, so it was a perfect fit. It gave her enhanced skills, it gave her more connections in the community, and she brought those skills back to MAWA. So it was, in its own way, sort of a team building for MAWA itself. It made us all smarter. One of the fabulous things about MAWA is that so many arts organizations and community-based organizations and industry organizations all work together for stronger communities, for more creative communities, to help people realize their dreams. So MAWA is a little art center on Main Street. It's got a relatively modest budget, but we can do so much more by partnering with organizations like Creative Manitoba, artist-run centers, community groups.